No, working as a mentor for me means providing, making available accurate, relevant, and valid information and tools in support of my client development needs. In this case, my client usually be a young person that are at risk and vulnerable to criminal exploitation, namely county lines, knife crime, youth violence, child sexual exploitation, fraud, and other non-productive and deviant activities. I believe that young people have the greatest potential. I've always looked at a young person as not just because they say the cliche, our children are our future, but I actually believe this and I live by this. So when I see a young person that society or the system or however see him as being quote unquote bad, I remember that was me. I was one of the ones that's growing up as a 12-year-old boy that was considered to be bad. Indeed, I was bad, but there were factors that caused that to be the case. For me, my young life growing up was one of difficulties, art, tough times, poverty. Well, I'm growing up in a family where my mom's raising 9 children. Dad was gone. Dad had mental issues, and he left. He left us. And mom, we didn't have nothing. We growing up in the poor parts of Jamaica. So by the time I'm 9 years old, I'm disengaged. I saw society, I saw the system as being a betrayal, as not caring about me nor my family. So today, a lot of the young people that I'm looking at, that society or the system or some individual deemed to be bad, I smile to myself and I say, no, they're not. They're not bad. They probably are misguided. They probably are going through trauma. They probably wake up in the morning and not like most kids had a big good breakfast. They probably wake up in an apartment where they sleep in five deep in one room. Um, there is a lot of situation that they're coming from where drugs might be involved, sexual abuse might be involved, and these things are hidden. And as a mentor, I approach the situation from relatedness. The ability, uh, the reality that that young person and I can relate. I can relate to the situation that he's going through or she's going through. And I can speak to that. I can speak to that lacking, that emotional, that psychological need because I've experienced it. And I thank St. Giles just for the opportunity where men and women from my background have the opportunity to give back, to support young people, to give them the reality, let them understand the consequences of certain type of behavior and attitude. And we're doing that in a way where trust is the vehicle. The young person trusts you and you trust the young person. It's a mentor-mentee relationship that is based on trust. And we said that a young person, and sometimes I get emotional when I talk about young people because I know for a fact that me being away for 23 years in federal prisons of America, and my young people, my young daughters and son was growing up without their dad, just like I had grown up without my dad, definitely had an effect, a negative effect on my children. And even today, it's very hard for me to kind of get my hand wrapped around how tough it was for them. So when I'm talking to a young person, I have all that in the back of my mind. The responsibility to protect our children, to provide emotional and psychological support to our children in a positive and a productive way, help them to deal with trauma, help them to understand consequences, and help them to come to their own autonomy and independence. And that's what mentoring means for me. Thank you very much.